Welcome back to my channel, y'all. So we're here already, season finale of Divorced Sisters. That was fast. You know, nowadays with streaming, they don't give us the 25, 26 episodes per season anymore. And if they do, they break it up and they have like, we're taking a winter break and then they come back. I don't know why they do that, but we're here, eight episodes in, season finale. So I got my notes here. I may not go in any particular order, but we want to talk about the main thing that happened in this, the cliffhanger when Anika hurt herself and Geneva and William ended up going to the hospital. Of course, Javon was over there with his stalker self playing chef. And then Tiffany shows up as well. Tiffany, I am starting to not care for her. She's just so clingy and desperate. But anyway, we'll get back to Tiffany. So somebody was saying on Twitter, which was true, it was funny because she supposedly fell off a swing. She went from that to needing a blood transfusion. Like, was the swing 4 stories up? Damn, you know. But I guess he was like, I got to put in this DNA in question thing in the season finale, so he had to come up with something. So when he needs a blood transfusion, she's and the nurse is like, you know, well, she's AB and William, well, I'm O. My child would be an AB. Like, dude, are you in denial? As soon as that lady told you that the child is AB and you're O, something should have clicked immediately. So, of course, we're all going to assume that it's Javon's daughter because she did name their daughter after the baby that she and Javon had planned to have. This is so crazy because when they had that affair, they both were married. He's divorced, but she's still married. How are you two married people married to other people but planning children with each other? The delusion. But something tells me, just like how Tyler got us with the first episode where that girl's like, I'm sleeping with your husband, and we found out that wasn't true, and then this whole Myron thing and we find out that's not true. I think something's going to happen, like maybe the nurse is going to be like, oops, it's a mix-up, she is O. You see what I'm saying? I think it's going to be something like that whenever the season comes back. Season 2 comes back, I mean. So we left off with Naomi, who during this episode I started to she's miserable and she wants everybody else to be miserable. You know, she showed them the tape about Myron on the phone, pretty much professing his love about Jeff. So they called Jeff and Myron inside because they were still outside, and she shows them the tape, and you know, Myron's denying it and all this. But Jeff was like, look, ain't none of that going on. And Myron thinks that Jeff's going to fire him, so he's packing up his stuff. He crying in the car and all this stuff. And so when they were at the church, Jeff was like, look, whatever feelings you got, that ain't ever going to happen. I'm just letting you know, you're an assistant, that's it, that's all. I don't like men, that's not me, blah, blah, blah. I kind of expected him to respond that way. I didn't expect him to fire him. I just expected him to be like, look, man, I know you like me and all that, but that's not happening. This is professional relationship, blah, blah, blah. Myron is a very nice looking guy. He is. But his acting for me is just really, it's not there. It just, I don't know. Anytime he's on the scene, he never really has too many words, too many lines, but whenever he's on the scene, he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. It's like, what is all... Anyway, like, Tyler, did you hire him because he's cute? Because he is an attractive man. He just needs to take some more workshops. So Rashida, after Naomi pretty much was like, and she was really trying to convince her that he gay, da 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 da. They're messing around. This was before Jeff put a stop to that. Rashida said, I am done, and I took that to mean she's done being friends with her. And of course, you know, in the last episode, Bridget was like, I don't even see why we're friends with you. And it's like, at this point, there you had supportive friends, but now you're trying to, like, that's really hurtful. You're going to show this woman, tell her her husband is potentially cheating on her with his assistant, that's a guy. You show it to all of your friends, the whole, I mean, it's not like you pulled her to the side, girl, I got to show you something. You show that in front of Tiffany, Bridget, Geneva, then you call her husband, and like, I would be done with her too. And when she goes to the hospital, Naomi, starting a mess, she gonna come in there with a black bouquet of a black bouquet of roses to give to that lady whose back is still out on the bed. Her and her ex-husband going back and forth, and it's like, you're gonna sit there and go crazy trying to get back at this man, okay? Trying to get a hitman on him. And I'm glad that didn't happen, because when she took that escort to the bank, showed him her security box, safe deposit, whatever it's called, she was like, you know, oh, I know you have a daughter, I know your rap sheet, da 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 da. And I'm glad he said no to it, because it's like, if you already have a rap sheet and you've already done 15 years in prison, the next time it's gonna be life. You talking about killing somebody? So I'm glad that didn't come into fruition, however you say that word. That's like, Nami, you showing your butt, and like, from what I've seen on Twitter and other social media outlets, a lot of people are starting not to like you. Naomi was funny to me, right? Like, when she threw that coffee on that girl, and I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was Geneva or Rashida, but they were like, you know, you shouldn't have did that. She kind of just look on her face like, nah, I mean, you know. But now it's like, you're treating your friends like crap. You're miserable to everyone around you, so you're going to find yourself by yourself, like. And so then we find out her ex-husband is suing her for 50 mil, which, you know, she won, I think it was 35 mil in divorce, so he's pretty much trying to get everything that she got in divorce and then some, because of what she did to, I think his new wife's name is Lindsay. I kind of feel like they still love each other. I think because when they were at that banquet and he went out of his way, which nobody stopped, but he went out of his way to berate her and talk about her deceased brother that was on drugs and just calling her a monster, dragging her. You don't do all that to somebody you don't care about. If you don't care about somebody and you're done with them, you are done. Sitting around trying to piss them off just means you still love each other, or you still love her. And I feel like she still loves him too. They just are both extremely toxic to each other. And I kind of feel sorry for his wife, because from what I gather, she was a side chick at first, but it's like, you volunteered to be in that. Now you laying in the hospital with your back burnt, 3rd-degree burns. Like, you'll never be, I mean, you can wear backless stuff. It's just people are going to be looking at you. Not that it was her fault she got burned. I'm just saying, like, you were a willing participant in this jacked up situation, messing with this married man. He's crazy. She's crazy. Another scene I want to talk about, and I don't like these kids. Rashida and Jeff's children, I didn't like them from the first time they were on the scene. The son's rummaging through her stuff. She sees that he has a wad of cash. She's like, you know what? I got a drug test. You need to take it, because I think you're on drugs. She tries to take the money out of his hands, and he grabs her wrist. And of course, when your child grabs you like that, the first thing, as a parent, you feel shock, you feel anger, and most of all, you feel hurt. I know that that's hurtful for your child to do that to you. And of course, he's like, sorry, mom, sorry, mom. He goes out, and then her daughter, who usually has a smart mouth, going to come in, mom, are you okay? And all this stuff. You know, this season, we really didn't tap into the children too much. They were kind of just in and out, kind of like Myron. It's kind of like Myron and then the two kids got most of their airtime during this last episode, this season finale, which I kind of feel like I could take that to mean that it was a little rushed, maybe, because we don't really know. Like, she did mention her son possibly being like on drugs earlier, but we don't really know too much about the kids other than they got smart mouths. And we don't know too much about Myron, except for, we don't know his sexuality. Like, I still don't even know what his wife looked like. I got to go back, and because they said his wife was at the banquet. I don't remember. She obviously didn't have any lines, because I don't remember her. So, I guess we're going to find out next season about her son and, him stealing money and stuff. I do like the fact that right after the Myron thing happened at Naomi's house, Rashida and Jeff did have a moment of some fun. They were joking in the car. She was like, I got this, I'm turning on this seat warmer so you can get ready for Myron, because it's like ever since the show started, you don't see them smiling and happy together. So that was nice to see Rashida and Jeff smiling, happy together. I will say this, like I said, this is my first time seeing Devon Franklin in an acting role, and he's doing well. LaToya Luckett, I already know her acting well from Greenleaf, and I know she's been in a few like Lifetime movies and stuff, but it was something else she was in too that I saw. It wasn't Greenleaf. I want to say it was something else. But I feel like she is really carrying that show. She is really an anchor character. I don't know who did the casting, but whether it was Tyler or he has a casting director or something, but they did a great job. I want to get into Tiffany though. Tiffany is, to me, like, she's this realtor. She makes $500K a year, but she carries herself like she has low self-esteem. Like, why are you so into this Javon guy after 2 days? Why are you so concerned about Geneva? I understand that's your friend, but it's like she was begging and pleading for her to tell her what's going on with Javon. What's going on with you? You've been ignoring me. She just seems very like she doesn't have a life outside of like her friend group or something. And then when Bridget was trying to leave out of Naomi, she was grabbing on Bridget. No, you're not running. Like, Bridget is a grown woman. How you going to pull on her and tell her she can't leave if she wants to leave? Tiffany, I need you to get it together. I need you to work on yourself. Javon is slimy, but I guess I can't really get mad at him because Geneva is not stopping. She could stop it at any time. She'd be like, look, I'm blocking you. Then again, he did say he wanted to buy her house, the house right next to her, but she needs to just be like, look, William, I made a mistake, and it could cost you it could cost her marriage, but that's the consequence you take a risk on getting when you cheat, losing your marriage, breaking up your family. Because this Javon dude is he's being disrespectful. Like, I understand William's head is in the clouds and he don't know what the hell is going on, but to be all up in the house talking about just wait until you get your teeth in this juicy meat, using all these innuendos and stuff. I don't care for him. I don't care for Tiffany. Naomi was funny, but like I said, she's miserable. I really like Rashida. Myron just needs some acting classes. I like Jeff. They are very much the power couple that they are showing. Whereas Geneva and William, it's not that way, because Geneva's too busy wondering if he's cheating and worrying about Tiffany and Javon. There's a lot of people that say they don't like Geneva at all, and it's like, yeah, I get it, because you're doing too much and not enough at the same time. Shout out to my 153 subscribers. Shout out to the rest of you as well who are not subscribed. But you can by hitting that button for me. Trying to get to 1,000 views. Well, that too. But 1,000 subs by the end of this year, man. Let's see if we can do it. Let me know what you think about the season finale of Divorce Sistas in the comments, all right? Peace and blessings to you all. Until next time.